no one can prove that Tommy Robinson was in prison.
I'm going to break down my beliefs, and instead of you interrupting me like a dog,
Palestinians are Semitic.
hold on, it's a dog whistle. It's a dog whistle. I am pro a country that gave up its Soviet-age nuclear missiles for the sake of peace.
Because you deny Zionism, and we use it as a proxy in Israel.
Do you think all of the truckers in Canada are Zionists?
You can say a thing.
Oh, we're not interviewing, we're going to have an engaged discussion.
No.
Because you just said I was soulless, I want you to prove it.
No, this is something that you know yourself in your own
Look,
hearts.
if you think I'm scared of controversy, I'm going to say it on recording. I'm not a shield for
Tommy
anyone.
Robinson was not in prison.
Okay,
Right?
what's the proof?
The proof is that he's in Belmarsh. It's the most high secure prison in the country.
Correct.
And no one sees it.
Wait, so the most high
So
security...
one day I'm in my car.
Yep.
One day I'm in my car, listening to Classic FM,
Yep.
right, waiting for, because I fly a Russian flag, waiting to see Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, which I won't play, right? And here, Global News, exactly the same as LBC, it's Global News. It comes on, Tommy's going to Milton Keynes. He's going to go to a more open prison, right? And he had a court case, right? Because he didn't want to go on Rule 43, because the Muslims are going to stab him up, right? Because it's where the sex offenders go, right? So Tommy
And the
Robinson
Muslims.
said, yeah, the sex offenders.
Wait, so do you agree that
The sex offenders go on Rule 43.
Before you continue,
No, I'm not stopping.
Okay, so once you finish, I'm going to be allowed to respond?
Yeah, of course you are. Right, so what happened is, right, Tommy was moved, so the court case said that Tommy didn't want to go into Rule 43 and he wanted to be with the real prisoners, but that was all fake because he's not there.
Why is it fake?
He's never there, right?
Why?
Because he was, basically, they cleared a wing out for him.
Proof.
Hold on, listen.
Wait, so let me get
You're
not going to trust the information.
You said you will talk when I've finished.
I'll finish.
Right?
Let me finish.
Right? So you talk when I've finished, right?
Yeah.
So they cleared a wing out. Now we all know that our prisons are overcrowded. How many was in that wing? 100 people? Where are they going to put them? But never mind, they found a place to put them, right? The wing was empty. We're going to give Tommy loads of freedom. He can come out of his cell 3 or 4 times a day. He can exercise, but it will all be done on his lonesome, without anybody there. He will be totally isolated, right? So that's basically my argument. It's circumstantial evidence. No one can prove that Tommy Robinson was in prison because no one's ever seen him except for Ross Kemp, and he brings him back in for the day. And Street Mike, he went to visit him, but he brings him back for the day. But he's such a Zionist shill, he might even cover up for Tommy.
Did you know what
this guy also, he got a flat from Tommy Robinson, right? So he's indebted to Tommy Robinson. That's what you said?
No, I did not say
I've got it on video, mate.
No, I didn't.
What have you got? You somewhere to live?
No, he did not.
Oh, so now he's retracted it.
No, I'm not.
On Patriotic Twins,
Can I please now respond? Okay, so you know what your argument is? Your argument is epistemically circular. So
it's circumstantial.
No, hold on.
No, it's circumstantial.
Now you're interrupting me.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you've done here is you've established this line of proof that you're not going to take. You're not going to take the statement that was done by the police and by Tommy himself that he was in Belmarsh. Now, however, the evidence that you are accepting, however, is Tommy's personal testimony that when he was in segregation unit, he had the wing cleared out for his exercise. So the evidence, hold on. So the evidence you're taking is not what he said, but also what he did said. So it's circular. You're not allowing me to use this piece of evidence, but you're using it for yourself to prove a counterpoint.
What I'm saying is
so
that
are you not using the proof
that Tommy was there?
No, you're using the same proof I am to come to a different conclusion.
No one can prove he was there.
Okay,
either.
do you have proof that he wasn't?
Tommy Robinson is a Zionist shill that gets money from old people, right, while he's in prison, and he's not fucking there. And he comes out with a stupid ginger fucking beard, and he's talking to Street Mike like he's just been down the betting shop for 5 minutes.
Okay.
I've seen people coming out of isolation, and they don't talk the way Tommy talks.
Well, that's because he was in isolation before, and if you look at the previous recording, he responded in... It's not an excuse, it's actually giving an account...
Are you a Christian Zionist?
No, not really. I mean...
So what is are you a Catholic or you're...
I'm Eastern Orthodox.
Eastern Orthodox.
But I think... Pardon?
Russian?
Greek.
That's good.
So firstly, like my position on Israel is this: that Israel helps in terms of one second. So I think Islam serves to the benefit of avoiding.
Islam's coming to this. Where's Islam?
Pardon. Okay, Israel. Sorry. Israel works
He's
in the
obsessed with
benefit.
Israel.
No, I'm not. Israel works to the benefit of removing Islamic. One second, my friend. Israel works in the benefit.
Free Palestine!
Can you stop? Allah was a Zionist. Now,
Can someone get me my... can you
I'm never going to be allowed to speak, am I?
Yellow ball, yeah, go on.
Okay.
Yellow ball.
Israel works in the benefit of removing. Can you stop talking? Israel works in the benefit of avoiding Islamic aggression, and in fact, Israel, in terms of avoiding Islamic immigration and aggression, works for the benefit of the West. That's my claim.
No more speaking for
Right,
him.
I will say that he's in the Greek Orthodox Church, right?
Yes.
We know that the Patriarch of Constantinople voted. Now, what did they vote for now? They voted for something.
Palestine!
And they had to be removed because what happened was.
I don't think you made a full sentence though.
Well, basically, what happened was Zelensky had a peace meeting, right? Because I also got the Russian flag, right? Zelensky had a peace meeting, and he wanted to pretend the whole world.
Are you
was
pro-Russian,
going
by the way?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, good. So,
Oh no, don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt
No,
me.
because you've been interrupting me for the whole duration of the
You
sentence.
finish. I want to talk about the Patriarch of Constantinople because you're in the Orthodox.
Of course, but
Right, so
I
what
just want to
happened
make
is
this very clear.
They all went to a Zelensky meeting, and the European Union voted, but they're not a country. Only individual countries turned up, right? They pretended there was so many people voting against Russia.
You're Greek.
And the
Do you know Greeks accept the jurisdiction of the Ukrainian church, right?
Yeah, but the Patriarch of
Okay,
Constantinople.
you understand that I
sides
come
with
from.
Ukraine.
You understand that I am part of a jurisdiction that sides with the Ukrainian jurisdiction splitting with the Russians.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You're pro-Ukrainian.
No, I'm not.
You are.
Yeah, I am. Sorry, I thought you said
so
Russian.
you
Yeah.
get your facts right, mate.
No, it was
I'm
just
saying
a
to you now, that's
mispronunciation of what I
exactly
thought you
why
said.
I'm saying it.
Yeah, I'm
Because
pro-Ukrainian.
Zelensky is a Zionist shield.
Okay, so
NATO
I stand with
expansion-
Ukraine.
Yeah, NATO. Yeah. So
Because let me get this right. A country which signed over its Soviet-aged nukes for the
Lincoln,
sake of
Lincoln,
peace.
can you get me my
Can you
Russian
stop
flag?
interrupting me? So, let me get this right. I am pro a country that gave up its Soviet-aged nuclear missiles for the sake of peace.
Because it didn't
I am
belong to them.
pro.
No, they didn't
I
do it
am
for
pro. Like you, stop interrupting me. For a man who called me soulless, you have no soul whatsoever when it comes to the art of
you don't
discussion.
respect your elders.
No, I don't respect people that say I'm soulless and I'm a Zionist shield.
are.
However,
But you are a
hold on,
soulless.
hold on, hold on,
No, the
hold on.
Russian flag, the
Hold on.
Russian flag.
Okay, the moron just keeps on interrupting me. So what I am, and I'll make my position very clear. I am pro the country that secured peace for giving up its nuclear arsenal.
Can I answer that question?
I am pro any country that goes against Islamic aggression. I accept Tommy Robinson off his merits for uncovering the grooming gangs in Rotherham and talking about the great rape
No,
of
we're
Britain.
talking about-
Wait, one sec.
we're talking about
Because
the
your
continent.
accusation, hold on, your accusation was this, and you keep on interrupting me, so unfortunately, I can't have a discussion what I genuinely believe. So, I'm going to break down my beliefs, and instead of you interrupting me like a dog, you're going to allow me
not
to
a
speak.
dog, mate.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
a human being.
Okay, I can.
But I'm not a
I
shield
can-
either like
hold
you.
on, hold on. I will stop calling you a dog if you stop acting like one. If you stop
I
barking
don't
like
bark.
one.
I don't
okay.
bark.
Yes, you are.
I speak truth.
Okay.
Now let me answer your
Oh,
question.
now he's interrupting me.
Now let
Now
me
he's
answer your
interrupting me.
question.
Look,
let me
the
answer
doggy
his
is now
question.
barking.
Now let me answer this guy's question on Ukraine giving up its nuclear weapons. That was
It's not a
before. Well, his statement, which is true. But that was before they had the coup d'etat initiated by the Zionist CIA, right, in 2014 against Viktor Yanukovych, right? They give up their nuclear weapons basically because they belonged to the Soviet Union, which was basically owned by Russia.
No, I was talking about Ukraine.
It was no. It
They were
didn't belong to-
Soviet age, yeah, sure,
It
but they
was-
were in the
listen,
Ukrainian.
but the thing is,
it was
this is when-
within their legal rights to possess
Yeah,
those
but this
nuclear
is when
weapons. It was
Ukraine had a
within their
government-
jurisdiction to do so. So I want to make this very clear because for whatever reason, whenever I'm saying something, you just like to interrupt and intercede it.
Like you just did today, like you just did to me. No, don't touch your hero. Don't touch your hero.
I am
silly
going to
boy.
do
He
so.
thinks he's Big Bob.
I'm not.
He
I'm
thinks
really
he's Big
not.
Bob.
I'm really
So
not.
look, now
I'm
because
really
he
not.
touched your hero, I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay.
No, he's a Big Bob.
This is the
touching
issue
his
with
hero.
the
Listen
people
to me.
who are incredibly
what happened was,
conspiratorial
right?
and borderline anti-Semitic.
What
They're just
happened was
rude.
anti-Semitic.
Yeah, like these people who just blame
Zionists
everything
are
on
not Semitic.
Hold on.
Palestinians are Semitic.
Hold on. It's a dog whistle.
Palestinians are Semitic.
It's a dog whistle.
Yeah, it's a what?
It's a dog whistle.
What that is?
No, just blaming everything on, for example,
Right.
Israeli
So-
lobby
so
groups
what we got,
is a
right?
dog whistle of
So what
anti-Semitism.
we've got the Ukrainians giving up their nuclear weapons when they had a proper prime minister, proper president in charge,
Okay.
right? But what happened was, in 2014, the CIA, Zionist-controlled CIA, right?
Okay.
Done a
And
coup d'etat.
how is the CIA controlled by Israel?
Because Victoria Nuland, right, whose real name is Victoria Noodleman,
Okay.
right, comes from Bessarabia, which is now called the Odessa Oblast,
Yep.
and her family got kicked out in 1904 by the Russian pogroms. They hate Russia.
Okay.
These people,
How does that mean
hold
he's
on,
Zionist controlled?
Because she was there in Kiev, handing out ginger cookies,
How
right,
does that mean
in
he's a
Maidan
Zionist?
Square, and she was caught on a phone
How
call.
does it mean he's a
And
Zionist?
she was caught on a phone call, right? Who's the famous boxer in Ukraine?
How does this mean he's a Zionist?
Because she said, should we put her...
I'm going to keep on
Should
waiting
we
for him to
put
give an answer.
Klitschko as president after they got rid of Viktor Yanukovych? So
How
from
does
that
it mean
moment
he's
on,
a
yes, it
Zionist?
does.
Okay, so
No,
do
no,
you know
no,
what my issue with your
Victoria
discussion? Do
Victoria
you know what my
Nuland is a
issue?
Zionist.
Do you know what my issue is with your form of discussion?
Because you
Firstly,
don't like
you
that
don't.
I call
no.
out Zionists.
The issue is this. So, firstly, my problem is that
Well, no, my
we're
issue
never
with
going to
you,
be able. We're never
because
going to.
you
We're never going to be
deny
able to have-
Zionism.
I don't deny Zionism.
Yes, you do.
I think
You-
Zionism
you
is a
deny it
perfectly
as
good
an
tool.
evil ideology.
I think Zionism is a
took over
perfectly good
America,
tool. Yep.
Took over Britain,
Yep.
and we use it as a proxy in Israel.
That's
right?
not. So
Yes,
Zionism
it
is a perfectly good
Israel is
tool
a proxy.
to counteract Islamic aggression. It is
What
also
aggression?
something.
Every
Do you
country
think
in the
Islam-
Middle East has
Pardon?
been destroyed by these psychopaths.
Not really.
Iraq,
Yep.
Syria,
Yep.
Lebanon,
Yep.
the Gaza Strip,
Saudi.
Libya.
Do you think Saudi Arabia is doing perfectly fine?
They're shields.
Okay,
They're
so
shields,
let me get
mate.
straight. You're going to selectively discuss
Yeah, the
on
people-
country. You're not going to let me speak.
That in
Do you know?
Iran.
Do you know what? Do you know what a bad
Yeah, because you're
sign?
talking rubbish.
Instead, okay. How about
You
this?
are
If you
talking
interrupt
rubbish.
me again, I'm not going to have this discussion with you. But instead,
Go
explain
away then.
everything.
I told you I didn't
Okay,
want the
okay,
conversation.
good. Then disengage.
No, you disengage.
No,
You said you're
no,
not
because
gonna
I'm
have
going to
this
stay here
discussion.
because I'm perfectly able to have a
This
discussion.
discussion if I answer. This man is a hypocrite.
I'm
He's only
not.
17, but he's not really a man. He's
You
a
called
boy.
me soulless. You keep
You
on
are
interrupting my
soulless.
discussion.
You
keep
have
on.
bought in
You keep on
to the
assuming
Zionist
things.
shield.
I'm not.
You are. You're
I
a
wish I was
Zionist
full.
shield.
I lose money
Let-
doing this.
I've got it on video, right? That he let Tommy Robinson housing.
No, I
right?
did
He's
not.
now in debt to a Zionist shield.
I wish I could show
And
you
when
proof.
Tommy Robinson was in Westminster Magistrates Court, only a select few were allowed to go in with Tommy
That's not
Robinson.
true.
He was one of
That's
them.
not true. The
Yes, he
public
was.
gallery is accessible to any member of the
That's why
public.
there's loads of... Isn't it funny how you got in though, wasn't it? Eh?
it
Isn't
was funny.
how you...
Yeah, because I went
Did you
there
get in
early.
the transit van round in Crawford Place?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Oh, he went in the transit and he's got Ezra Ravan from Rebel News, a famous Zionist.
He's also famous
He's
for
a
covering the
famous
legal costs
Zionist
of notorious
for
politicians.
getting his share
Do you
of the
think all of the
shekels.
truckers in Canada are Zionists?
No.
Okay, what about the Amish? Because he
That's
also
in Canada. Why don't he stay
hold
in
on,
Canada?
hold on.
Why don't he stay
Hold
in
on,
Canada?
hold on.
Why does he have to come
So
over here?
if the suspicion,
Smiling that
can
he's
you
create-
stop interrupting me?
Ezra Ravan,
Stop
no, go away if you
interrupting
don't
me.
want.
Okay, so what I'm going to do?
Ezra
No,
Ravan.
hold on. I'm going to speak. I'm going to allow. No, yeah. So I'm going to explain over here. If you want to come here. No, because you're not engaging in a discussion. If you engage in a discussion, I'll have a discussion with you. So, if the suspicion is that every single person has their legal fees covered by Ezra, therefore there is Israeli shield, that means the Amish that covered his legal fees are Zionists. That means the Canadian truckers that Ezra helped are Israeli Zionists. That means that all of the other small independent journalists he covers are Israeli Zionists. Now, I believe Zionism is an effective form of making sure that we counteract Islamic aggression. In terms of a foreign conflict, I think firstly, a lot of the facts that we talk about Palestine are disinformation, simply being used by a bunch of idiots that have white savior complexes to complain about things they know nothing about. If we want to talk about why I think it's appropriate for people who are privileged in the West to talk about issues they know nothing about, I think it's stupid. Thirdly, Tommy did not help at all in terms of my housing. He made sure I was okay, sure, on a message. Besides from that, I don't know where he's getting this fantasy from. I could give you credible accounts from people that housed me throughout the duration of my homelessness, and they have nothing to do with Tommy. I've only recently gotten his good graces, and I didn't really secretly get in a passage with him in his court case. A public gallery in a court is accessible to any member of the public. I lined up like everyone else, but he knows me from my online profile. If you want to keep on interrupting me, that's fine. However, I don't want disinformation spread for the fact you keep on interrupting me. And again, the issue with himself is that he runs off these loaded assumptions. He says that someone is a Zionist shill because of this, couldn't prove it because of this, and it is an infinite regression of assumed claims without any evidence. That's why I believe people like that are just butthurt. They don't know what to say, they're very, very jealous of a platform, and he aligns himself with Muslims like this who just shout like monkeys. I want to just quickly go through the line of discussions here. So firstly, you know, my time at Speaker's Corner is always limited because I've got to do so many things. So when someone intentionally interrupts every single time I'm trying to speak to them, it's not like I'm going to waste my time having an hour of a chopped discussion where nothing is focused in terms of the topics of discussion. So my point was this: he tried to deny that Tommy Robinson was in prison. Now, firstly, if you're incarcerated in the most high security prison within the United Kingdom, how the hell do you have an opportunity to run away from that? Secondly, the piece of evidence that he used against Tommy is the same evidence that would be used to prove he was in incarceration. Thirdly, just assuming that someone has their legal fees covered by a Rebel News doesn't instantly assume there's some sort of secret agent for Israel. Like, I have my own opinions. Yes, many of them align with the people that help fund me. However, it doesn't mean that I'm funded to have these opinions. I think one of the things that you can make very clear about my character is that no money can ever compromise what I believe in. Fourthly, my position on Zionism is this, that Israel is a good country by which you can counteract Islamic aggression. It's very good in keeping intact the peace against Islamic immigration in the areas that don't deport all of the terrorists like Saudi. And yeah, the issue with a lot of these people who talk about the Jews controlling the world is that it is off a line of a loaded assumptions, and it is off a line of this person is secretly funded by this person. Proof, I don't have it, I just say it. The proof for that is it's just loaded assumptions and sayings that kind of they correlate facts instead of causing them. So it's just fallacious. If the man wants to go around Speaker's Corner for the last 15 years, aligning himself with people like that, I think it's just stupid. But yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Thank you, Bob. Support him, family, take care of your cat.